First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Lions at 10-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Pritchett. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Smith to return it. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming to pick up a 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the given snap. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Shifts by him. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the great game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
A first carry now. This is Williams. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Williams to return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To throw on second down. Pritchett. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Pritchett. A good decision in the end. The pull-up run gets him 9 yards and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
He was looking that time for Jamison Williams, and that'll bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Operating from the gun, Pritchett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, having a lot of point, yet flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball every snap. Another nice job here forcing the completion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On the return is Williams. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Pritchett. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pritchett. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Pritchett. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And it's a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way in this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Throwing on first down. Pritchett that is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Pritchett. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Under pressure, they got him again. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Pressure comes and down he goes. In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now back to throw. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Pritchett. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs that better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A carry for Foreman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because Lee has them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's more. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I want them to throw it a little and go back to the line.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Thomas brings it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They pulled that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. McCaffrey is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Pritchett. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw on 3rd down. Pritchett. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Foreman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll go with Foreman, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Closest now to end the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Lions 3.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Pritchett. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken goes 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Swift going to try up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Pritchett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Xavier Woods with a pick. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pritchett. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. To throw on 2nd down. Pritchett. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Pritchett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll run with Foreman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave it with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Foreman, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Rosas' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 91 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Panthers have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They run again with Foreman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down now. Foreman, and here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Foreman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a toss. Hubbard going left, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Johnny Hacker now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Pritchett. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Carolina, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.